NCIS, Tony and Ziva, TV royalty. Hey guys, I'm Josh Horowitz, and this is Peak Talk. Today we are heading up Paramount Mountain with an iconic screen couple.
We're not a couple.
Just co-workers and very good friends. Let's go.
You guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
Peak Talk.
This has the makings of a very special episode of NCIS, Tony and Ziva. This situation right here.
Oh, yeah.
Does this feel like a situation they'd find themselves in?
Oh, God, please don't pitch it to John because I don't like heights.
We're all very excited. Fans have been wanting this for a while. You guys have been wanting this for a while. Who's taking credit? Because you both have been, as I understand it, kind of trying to manifest this for a minute.
I think it's a collective credit.
It's the fans, ultimately.
Yeah.
The people who made this show possible. Fans.
People really love these characters. They're invested in this story. And I said, you know?
Actor goes,
Yeah, and of course we always wanted to go back and serve these characters, but also Michael and I really enjoy working with each other. But I think the rest of it was like a collective consciousness that kind of pushed it.
Makes you believe.
Carl Jung is involved somehow.
Some spells were cast.
Yeah.
It happened, though.
Something's happened.
We're here.
Destiny.
Hey, guys, check this out. Little message courtesy of Dexter. Talk to me. Tony and Ziva, how would they handle taking in Dexter? Could they bring him down?
There's something in that trunk. You can tell just because there's a weight differential between the front and the back tires. I'm also...
Oh my God, you're doing a whole
perceptive.
full-blown
Aren't we supposed to solve it?
investigator.
Oh, yeah.
He's always in character.
Full-blown.
If Dexter even laid a finger on anybody in the Navy and Marine Corps, Tony and Ziva would just call the bat signal up. Hey, Gibbs. And we'd have Leroy Jethro Gibbs on that guy in that
Yeah.
heartbeat.
Target is gone. Repeat, vehicle is destroyed.
He's not going anywhere. He's going.
Just gonna go like this.
Oh yeah, and he's gonna bring him up to Alaska and show him how the salmon
Yep.
go upstream. You know what I mean?
Crossover series greenlit.
Bye, Dexter. Hey. Can't hear us.
He's in the zone like you are.
He's in the zone.
We've heard all the stories, the famous audition story when you go and you guys meet. Boil it down for me, though, in terms of a word or two. What was your first impression of each other? What did you make of each other in a word or two?
Well, weirdly enough, because you say, you know, what did you think of Michael? I wasn't really meeting Michael. I was meeting the characters. I was meeting DiNozzo. Michael was showing up to the audition in the way he always showed up. He sort of knew his lines, but he didn't really know his lines. And to be fair, he wasn't in front of the camera, so he didn't have to be. He was
Right.
just auditioning someone. And of course, I was thinking, well, this is the moment, you know, and it, it really was. For me, it was my final audition. And so I thought, he's trying to sabotage my audition. This is infuriating.
Ziva is upset.
My reaction, I think, is what triggered that kind of conflict.
That friction that you needed.
Yeah. No, because I wanted to put him in his place because I thought, what is he doing?
You're getting all the goodies here. I do have this kind of thing that I discovered, which is the lines are great, and the lines are a great suggestion about things, but acting is energy, and energy creates the words. And so you're sort of reverse engineering when you read a script. You're trying to find that energy. So when I met Cody, I met a force of considerable power to be reckoned with. I noticed in trying to memorize lines that I was not a very good actor.
That is such crap what you just said. About no,
Should I
it's
leave?
crap.
Should I get
No. I understand and I respect everything that he's saying, but
You don't have a
I hate
light,
the
do you?
fact that he said. I hate the fact that he says that that he didn't think or that he doesn't think that he's a good actor. First of all, he'd look at a script. Probably, you know, he'd read it and all that, but he didn't do a lot of studying. He'd read it, and then he'd form these incredible moments that were filled with life. And I was always kind of in awe because I was like, how does he do it?
I think that in that audition environment, we kind of had this collision as if we had known each other in, you know, parallel universes before.
And who knows?
And who knows what
And
you
who
read.
knows?
Hi. I was just
Having phone sex?
phone sex. No. Charades.
Charades. Like,
You've played.
never on the telephone?
Yeah. My partner and I were coming up with quotes for Saturday night.
You play charades on Saturday night.
To kill time before I go clubbing. Who are you?
Ziva David. Mossad.
Big dog.
Big talk
I always
with
dreamed
Josh.
my name would be on a virtual billboard. Take a look at this, guys.
There's all kinds of stunts and things that are going to happen in the dress.
We also had a couple of challenges.
Oh,
because- Oh, Becky. She's the best.
Get the dress up.
And then here, rain fire. Rain fire. Stole the rope from rain fire.
Hence
Oh, the boots, the boots.
the boots.
The boots.
So, okay, no spoilers. I mean, unless you want to really spoil stuff, I'm fine with it. Little context. Wedding dress, that's a big moment.
Wedding dress, big moment in the series.
You know what Dracula surfing is?
No.
Okay, it's a kind of, oh God, is this a Dracula surfing thing? Like, are they just gonna build and build and build and never get to the payoff when we see Dracula on the surfboard?
Right.
Well, guess what? This wedding dress, we are not Dracula surfing you. You are gonna get this thing, but this
All
wedding
this to
dress,
say, it was a beautiful wedding dress.
That would have sufficed, just for the record.
I'm just telling the audience we're not Dracula surfing you.
It's cueing something special romantically
saying.
and where it goes. Perhaps maybe even a journey. But I'll say no more.
The accent comes up when she gets dramatic.
I don't know what kind of an
speaks
accent it is.
totally normally, and then
Right.
all of a sudden it is because you are like Alec Baldwin's wife. You are like Hilaria.
Hilaria?
You become Hilaria.
Hilaria?
Everything is no sé tanto frío, por eso siento mucha cabeza, lo siento mucho.
We've reached the summit. We've reached the peak, guys. How you feeling?
Solid.
10 out of 10? 8 out of 10?
No, 10 out of 10.
I have a slight sinus pressure headache.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Okay. The important thing to mention, obviously, Paramount Plus, NCIS, Tony and Ziva is here. Check it out, guys. It's amazing. Congratulations. And before we go, I gotta get a selfie. This is a moment. We're doing it. All right, let's get out of here.
Yes.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
He's a nice guy.
It's cold up on that mountain. All right.
Well, what about space for me?
You can be right in here.
Oh, thank you for that. Oh, please. Oh, with an arrow going all the suffering. Many more. What are you doing? I just like it. Leave me alone.